Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah,
Yes,
you are
yes,
audible. Yeah.
Dr. Simi, welcome to you.
So, thank you so much. It's indeed a matter of honor for me to speak to all of you, teachers and the principal interacted earlier on. I was listening to Sia about image building and everything. Everyone, each of us, we want to live a fulfilling life. And when we are growing up, in the initial years, like these young students, they are aiming at their career in, living moments, waking up, sleeping. It's the career that is driving you. We all want to live fulfilling life. Everybody wants money. Let's be honest about it. You want comfort, you want to travel, you want to eat good food, you want to live a perfect life. And yet by the time 40s and 50s come, you're ill, you're battling hypertension, you're on thyroid medications, you're a diabetic, either you're putting on weight or you're losing weight, and if nothing, you're not sleeping right. So, what went wrong? What exactly happened? The most common reasons why this happens is there is a huge mismatch in what we want to do and ultimately what we choose to do. So, this disconnect is something that we need to address. And unless and until we do not align our doing to our being, this will not happen. To the teachers who are here, you're already, have given a couple of decades, maybe 1.5 decades of your life into your profession. And yet, I'm sure sometimes you must be asking yourself, is this what I set out to be, or do I want more from life? To the students who are here, when we people in our 40s look at you, we see, oh my God, this one has a chance now. This person could actually do something and learn something from us and, have a future which might be better. It's not about discontent. Should I say that I'm unhappy in my life right now? No. But I often feel that when I came across this concept of life coaching, in spite of being a doctor, I realized that how much difference it can make if you have a different mindset to begin with. What if you choose your career in a way that is aligned to the purpose of your life? And to know that, first of all, you have to know who you are. The journey begins there. The earlier you do it, the better it is. So I'll start my presentation today, and let's see how I can help you in the best possible way into understanding these things. Can you see my screen?
Are you sharing your screen, Dr. Simi?
Uh,
It's
one
not visible yet.
1 second.
There is a
Can
arrow. There is a arrow which you have at the bottom.
can you see? Can you see it?
No, no, not now. Not yet, ma'am.
Not yet. Because the thing is, wait a minute. I just do it. Wait a second. Can you see now?
Yeah,
Yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
it's displaying. Yeah.
It is getting shared. Yes.
Yeah. One
Yeah.
second. Can you see it?
Yeah, it's visible,
Yes.
ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Visible? Right.
Yes.
Okay. So Ikigai basically is that for which I get up in the morning. Can you see this slide?
Yes, Dr. Simi.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
All right. So this is a Japanese concept. It means the reason for being. Now, if you look at the slide, there are four main aspects to it: what you love, what the world needs, what you can be paid for, and what you are good at. So, there is, when you say what you love, it all depends on what you truly love to do day to day? What makes you wake up in the morning? What is that, that act that fulfills your life? It also has to be connected to what the world needs, because you must remember that whatever the world needs keeps changing from time to time. It may be, if you look at the last 2 decades, there has been so much of changes that has happened, that what I may love doing may not be the need of the hour. So are you adaptable to that kind of change? So what the world needs is something that needs upskilling every few years. Next thing is what you can be paid for. No matter what you love, no matter what the world needs, are you getting money for what you're doing? Because if that is not the case, then how are you even going to survive in this world? We all need money, we all need the comforts of our life. And what are you good at? Anything that you love to do, you also should be good at doing. If you're not good at it, then there is no way that you can. Let me give you my own example. I am a doctor, but when I entered the operation theater for the first time as a second year student, I knew I couldn't stand that place. I found it very claustrophobic, and I knew that moment that I can never be a surgeon. I can treat a patient medically, but I cannot operate. I could not be good at it because it did not align to the person I am. I like brightness, I like lights, I like to be outside. So, absolutely, if I had made a choice and yet been a surgeon, because everybody used to tell me, you do have a surgical hand, but I was not good at it. It's simple as that. So, what you love, what the world needs, what can you can be paid for, and what you're good at, all this combines together. You must remember that if you only are centered towards what you love doing and what the world needs, it might be something like a social service, but there is no wealth. If you do what the world needs and you also get paid for it, there's always a sense of uncertainty because it keeps changing every now and then. If you get paid for what you're good at, like most of us, that is how we choose our profession, what we are good at and what we get paid for. But the emptiness keeps coming to us again and again and again. You don't feel happy about it. And if you're good at something and you love doing it, you might be satisfied, but you feel a sense of uselessness because it is not aligned to the true thing. Finding all these four things together is what will contribute to your ikigai. Now, I'm speaking on how Ikigai helps in your career. So, first of all, what you should be focusing on is knowing yourself. What is that interests you? What are your values? What are your skills, resources that are available to you? And what does your personality look like? This is the first step. Like, when Sia shared those things, that how do you look at yourself? This was about the concept of how you look at yourself as a person and how the world would want you to perceive. But deep down, even what the world can look at you at, what are you within? What is that thing that is, interesting to you? What is that thing, values that you are really, really attached to? Are you creative? Are you curious? Are you adaptable? These are the things that will actually drive your life in the long run. When you can write down these values and skill sets, then you must explore the possibilities to know what your choices are. With these things, where can you head? Where can you go ahead? Like, I have been a doctor for 1.5 decade, but at the same time, I was a very good speaker in school levels and at college level. I completely gave up on that. It's only in last couple of years that I resurfaced as a speaker, and this is a skill set that I had which was not explored, but now it is adding value to my life. After you find this out, you need to set goals, you need to develop plans, and you need to address barriers. Not everybody is blessed enough to have everything. So your plan needs to be so robust that you can address any barrier that comes along your way. And when all this comes together, you have to make it happen and you have to achieve your goals. So your career is ultimately decided by these four aspects. Know yourself, explore all the possibilities, make choices, and I would suggest please do not keep restricted to one choice. Make more choices happen. That is very important. And then you make all these things happen. Now, we always speak of these things like, so what do you know? What is your degree? What is your value? And all those things. We keep forgetting that apart from the degree that you're going to pick up in your college, it also matters on your skill sets. Your skill sets are extremely, extremely important. When I speak of skills, I'm not talking about the professional skill that you pick up, but the skills that you started imbibing even as you were a school student. How are you communicating? Can you talk? Can you listen? Can you express yourself? How do you stand when you're talking? Are you able to solve problems for others? Are you a good team worker? Or do you run away when it comes to teams and you like to work all by yourself? There are many people who prefer working alone. And there are some people who do very well in teams. That is a skill set. Are you good at computing? Are you good at organizing? If you look at your college functions, you might be noticing people who stand apart. They are always in the organizing committee, they are always into the treasury part of it, they are very quick at getting teams together. These are skill sets. We undermine them most of the times. But the truth is, this is what serves you. This is your ultimate thing that will work for you when you pick up any job. Your degree will only get you there. It's a skill that will take you forward. Then, what are your interests? Are you creative? Are you social? Are you an active person? Are you a scientific person? These are your basic interests. Look at yourself today. After this session is over, you might take a screenshot of this, and write it down for yourself. There may be people who are very talented artists. There might be people who love writing. There are people who are very good at being in social gatherings and active outside. Or someone might be having a scientific temperament. Whatever it is, ask yourself and write down. Secondly, the most important thing is what is motivating you. Some people are very motivated by money, others are motivated by helping others, and few people look for a balance between the two. They want a work life balance. There are many people who will tell you that, okay, I just want a 9 to 5 job, I want to get back home, I want my weekends off, I cannot work. In the same way, there are people who love working at any time, they are happy about it. It's that is what is motivating them. Then come to your personality. How does your personality come across? Are you a calm person? Are you an outgoing person? Are you a very cautious person? Are you a very determined person? Now, this skill set, interest, value, motivations, and personality are the four keys. Then comes your next thing. That is, what is your location? What is your networking system like? And what are your qualifications looking like? This is something that is going to help you move further. Like, the previous, we were talking about the image. And since you all are all studying in Delhi University, your market is accessible. Say Sarojini Nagar. I have lived in Delhi for 5 years and I know how affordable it was. But think of the students across in India. Someone, I am talking from a town called Siliguri in West Bengal. Many of you may not be knowing where is Siliguri. People, even my own friends get confused. Are you near Meghalaya? Are you near Assam? Now, the location determines a lot of things, isn't it? So, where are you? Your work might take you to that place. Today, you're in Delhi. Tomorrow, your work might take you to some interior part of India or into some different city altogether. That will narrow down your choices. So be open to that at any given time. Don't restrict yourself to, where you're located. What your networking is, it's very important that you network right. Every person in your, you know, ecosystem presently can be helpful to you in future in life.
Sorry
In
to interrupt, ma'am.
Yeah,
Ma'am, your slide, I think, is not visible.
no, I have. I'll
Okay,
make it.
just stop sharing. Okay.
I just stopped. I'll make it visible. So that is why it is very important that you are very conscious about your location, your networking, and also other than just basic qualification, what your interest and what motivates you is alive. That is what will help you building on your career. Now coming to the next thing, can you see the slide now?
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
it's
It's visible.
visible. Yeah.
So now, when I speak about skill sets, it's very important, and I would request all of you, who are there attending this, to take a screenshot of this slide. We are very vague when we talk of our skills. We just say, okay, I know this, I know that. But skills are divided into three parts: the learning skills, the life skills, and the community skills. So, this part is extremely important that you should know. Now, what are the learning skills like? It might be critical thinking, creativity, communication, and collaboration. Life skills are like, having a focus on the well-being. Are you focused on your well-being? Do you have a growth mindset? Growth mindset by itself is a very large topic, and I'm a mindset coach, so I have my coaching programs based on this. But I would request all of you to have a look on what is growth mindset and what is a fixed mindset and what difference it makes to life. Then leadership qualities. Not all are born to be leaders. Few people are, leaders from the word go. And also risk taking. Apart from that, the community skills are that which is dedicated to the well-being of everybody around you, to the ecosystem and maintaining the natural resources, to having bonds beyond yourself, looking beyond you, and having friendly relations, with other aspects. Like you might be an engineer, but you collaborate with some other people, maybe the architects or even the medical people or even from the commerce sector. These are your community skills on where you bring other skill sets together. And of course, the most important in today's world is innovation. How willing are you to innovate? Remember, all of you today, the world is shifting to artificial intelligence. In 10 years from now, for all we know, most of the things will be redundant. So, are you willing to innovate along the way? Otherwise, where will the career go? Now, look at this slide. This is very important. The skills, what you can see is the tip of the iceberg, what I can do. And at the most, there is something visible is your knowledge. Like right now, I'm speaking, Sia spoke, your teacher spoke. We are showing our skill sets and our knowledge. But deep down within all this, what lies? How I see myself in society. Self image, what I value in myself. Traits, my non conscious patterns of behavior, and motivates what excites me. I don't know, the students. I don't know you personally, so I have no choice but to use my example to explain this slide. So right now, what am I doing? What is the skill set? I'm speaking and I'm presenting giving your presentation on career development. What is my knowledge like? It's from the reservoir of what are my learnings and experiences over last 1.5 decade have been. This is what you're seeing right now. But why am I here? It's, going to be 1 in the afternoon. Today it's Thursday. It was a working day for me. I should have been at my clinic, and yet I'm here. Because in how I see myself in the social role is I see that I'm contributing to the youth, contributing to the young minds of this country, contributing to the young fellows beings on planet Earth. And I see myself playing that role in their lives by sharing my knowledge. What do I value myself? What self image comes up to me? I learn to respect myself more. That if I can share my knowledge, if I can share my skill sets, if I can bring value to somebody else's life, I also give value to myself. Now, what are the traits? My, non conscious patterns of behavior. The trait that is visible over here for me is giving. It's natural for me to give. If anybody reaches out to me, can you take a session, can you give a talk, whether it's a school, college, I don't judge. I just say yes. I always do it. I enjoy doing it because this is what motivates me. This is what wakes me up every morning. What can I do for someone else today? So, this is how Ikigai actually works. So, you begin below each of you. What excites you? Then you look at your traits, then you see your self image. What do you want yourself, from a decade from now? Ask yourself, what image do you want? How do you want to contribute to the society? And then automatically your knowledge and skill sets will actually fall into place. So, this is my favorite slide, the 4 P's of life. You will survive only if you believe in the power of your dreams. And to believe in the power of your dreams, remember to have the 4 P's: purpose, passion, possibilities, and power. Your purpose is your North Star. All of you live in Delhi, right? So, in Delhi, whenever we travel and you open the Google map, it looks like one, yeah, janjal ki tarah dikhta hai, like a spider's web. Kitne sare roads and colonies, and it's like this. But what is it that should drive you? When you go into the maps, it's always confusing. You have your destination clear. Always keep your compass as your guide to life. What is your purpose? If you define your purpose right now, life is going to be really rewarding to you. Passion, something that drives you, it should be a part of your career. Otherwise, waking up every day to do a job that you don't love doing is a very, very painful thing. It hurts your emotional well-being and ultimately causes illness. Look at the possibilities. We are living in a very beautiful, ever changing scenario, a world where I'm sitting here so far away and yet talking to you. You are having all the knowledge at your fingertips. 2 decades back, getting any kind of knowledge used to be a challenge for us. All your teachers will agree with me how difficult it was, to even get anything done. And when you bring all these three together, it's your power that will rise. And you will become so powerful that no matter where you are, what you do, you will be seen and known by everyone around you. So have a purpose in your life, and the dream will follow. If you trim this dream with passion in your heart, possibilities will open for you. Choose today to start believing in the magical power of wishing, hoping, and dreaming. All of you must believe that if you know your purpose in life, everything will fall in place. Trust me, it always, always does. There is nothing that can sabotage it, not even you yourself. So, my only takeaway today for you is what makes you unique. Just the way Sia listed out how you look, when you go into the, she was speaking about interviews. Like when you go to the interviews, how you look, whatever you're wearing makes you stand apart. Beyond those layers is the true you. I want to ask you that as a person, what makes you unique? What are your uh, values, your strengths, and your skill sets that make you stand apart? After this session, everybody, let's write down what makes you unique. Now, this is me, Dr. Simmi Roy Mishra. I'm a doctor, I'm a public health specialist, I'm a speaker, writer, mindset coach. This is exactly what my career looked like after I brought my ikigai, or the reason for my being, together. But something else is also true. Beyond a doctor, beyond a public health specialist, speaker, writer, mindset coach, even my name, I'm just this little child who believed in herself, who had the power to dream, who was happy, joyous, and deep down is nothing but just a happy soul looking for happiness everywhere, no matter where she is. And I will find my happiness. So embrace yourself. You're a very unique soul, and the world needs to know who you are. You just have to show them. With this, I invite any of you for any question that comes to your mind.
Participants, you have some questions with you?
If there's anything you want to know, because believe me, when you are not addressing these issues at a young age, they all manifest as illnesses in the later age. 99% of the people who are suffering, how ikigai can transform your life. Well, Mohit, thank you for asking me this question. Now, the way it can transform your life is if you look into the things apart from your career. Like here, I have used ikigai as a tool for career development, right? But if you even look at your whole life, 24 hours of your life, if you see the number of hours that you spend working, say in a city of Delhi, you work from 9 to 5, roughly 2 hours or 1 hour you spend traveling. So almost half of the day you're giving to your career, right? And that is half your life. If you look at your working years, people start working as young as 20, 23, 25, and they work on till the retirement. We may not accept it, but the truth is this, that on planet Earth, work becomes our life. So if this is the place that you're spending maximum hours, make sure that it is worth it. And Ikigai can transform your life not only by making the right career choices, but also how you deal your day to day life. In the remaining hours of your day, what are you doing? Is that, are we simply binge watching? Are we simply spending times at pubs and malls? Or are we doing something that actually aligns with your soul? That is one thing. So, this is how it can help you. No matter what career you choose in your life, these days all organizations across the world have life coaches who are a part of their team, because be it leadership, be it teamwork, be it project management, everywhere what matters is what your mindset is. So if you start looking into yourself early on, you'll always be ahead of the rest of the crowd.